a little bit nervy though, because as we always like to say, these puggy maps, we don't really care about the stats. We don't care how much a team plays it, what their win percentage on. It's a map which everybody knows. Everybody knows Inferno. Everybody knows Mirage. It honestly, if you just start a game where you play it like a face-it pug, who knows?
Yeah, man. Especially when you've already won your own map pick as well. You know, you feel like there's maybe a little bit less pressure. And particularly with Aurora, because this is a map that they play when it crops up, but it's not one that they pick into. It's one that they try and avoid a little bit. They probably don't let it become a decider if they have the choice of like the final ban and everything. They've only played it 4 times over the past 3 months, right? And you come up against a team like Metizport who pick into it, who really like it. And these are the only rare opportunities. Aurora have been absolutely smashing the games, by the way. Rare opportunities to play Inferno. So yeah, I think they're going to come in chilling, enjoying it, having some fun, betting in Result as well. Maybe let him take the positions that he wants to take. Lackey on the Julie, up close. However, will be demolished. Adam B. Sometimes it's cool to see those flicks on the third person. That is ridiculous. They're going to opt to go through the smoke, I feel. Get the utility out. In a pistol, it is less dangerous. You're not going into an automatic weapon. No damage as yet, but Norby takes the words right out of my mouth with a kill. Still a man advantage right here for Metizport. However, bomb going to go down and a retake in full swing.
Feels like it's probably to some degree doable, but it looks like they're posturing for a save. I mean, yes, they've got armor, so I guess I can, to a degree understand it, but I don't know. A full save here, not even attempting it. There's so much time on the clock. Yeah, they're not going to go for it, so that's going to be that. Metizport going to find a pistol off the rip with only a couple of kills in Aurora. I'm more than happy to give it to them. A little bit of an interesting one. I would have actually liked them to just stick around for at least a fight of some sort. Oh, yeah, no, not to be. That'll be Metizport finding a first with only, well, as in the one casualty, but the second off the back of the bomb going off too. First round, good start for Metizport. Needed start for them too, considering just maybe, at one point how uncomfortable things looking at the tail end of that half. That will at least help them out. Yeah, Aurora, a bit of a weird one. They are going to force buy here, so at least it gives them some opportunity with the armor they save. They can get some decent guns out. MP9, 5% Scout, and they've won with less before.
Oh, Scout immediately lands a tag. That's always dangerous. They're going to go in. That should do some damage as well. Yeah, softening them up slightly here. And a 4-man setup around middle. Nothing to get over lightly. Adam B. Oh, yep. Going to go straight in, immediately down. The trade from a UMP. You know, what are you going to do? And Result. Perfect timing from him to find the double kill. All of a sudden, Aurora are definitely on. A trade came back in, but for just a second there, 5 versus 2. Absolutely unstoppable at the top end of the mid. They walk right into the trap. Where is Result? Nilo got to find him, and gift from God there on the timing. But again, another unorthodox push here from Aurora in through the apartments, catching Nilo asleep, unaware, susp, alone. It is not out of the question, I will say. Plenty of time, plenty of options. Just not got the firepower, not got the support.
We did say as well, right? Aurora have won with less before. That's how they finished off map number 1. And it could be a way for them to start out map number 2 with a similar sort of low buy. Norby, he's tucked in towards the altar. There's just no way Sus would clear this. Not this late in towards a round. Any noise that Sus makes, Norby could probably deny the bomb. He's checking everything. 13 seconds. Smoke's going to come down. A plant to come through as well. Norby can just creep up here. Tapping away. Does get a tag. The bomb does go down. Now 1v3 ensues.
He's done well to get the bomb down, to be honest with you. One clean kill here, and he could get this done. Especially if he takes one of the healthier players. Going to find the low HP who heads in first. And yeah, they do well there to find the clean trade. Aurora winning out the force by Metizport. Unfortunately, back to square one. Not good. Not good at all. I don't know. Bomb plant will definitely help them. They'll probably look to maybe even eco this where usually you would force. But no, they're actually going to go in a little bit more autopilot-y. I think if they took a step back, they could eco and would have enough money for a strong buy. But I guess, yeah, like I say, just autopilot.
Yeah, I think, you know, the current meta with the kind of the force buy-in is just, yeah, like to the default, right? But there's a world in which low buy this, super full buy-in towards the next puts you in at least a bit more of a confident position, but yeah, not to be. Metizport, one Galil. And hope for something. Lackey takes B control immediately. And a smoke in towards ramp as well. They're going to give themselves so much room to work with here. Both sides taking hefty tags. Now Metizport can't really do all that much with it.
Minute and 20 left on the clock here. A little bit of a slower wind from Metizport. Deep banana control for Aurora comes through. Lackey, I like the position. Norvi sort of baiting a little bit further back. He's not going to get checked. Molotov comes round as soon as contact is made. Will burn his nose a little bit. There's not loads of damage. Opts to go in for the fight, though. And give the advantage back. What is the play here? Aurora backing off and receding the control. Metizport still 40 seconds to play with.
The real issue here is how low Norvi is. Just gives those things like a Tech 9 possibility. Double back towards A. Util coming through. It's double stack as well. One through Baug, one through Pit. Flash is avoided. Trying to get a bomb down here is not going to be easy, especially considering what Deko's doing through Pit. Wonderful work from him and his FAMAS. Beautiful round. 3 kills to his name. Aurora make it 2 for 2. And Metizport that time, no bomb plant means no buy. Meaning Aurora can start to pull away a little bit on this early CT side. That's got to hurt. That really has got to hurt. They went for the force buy. We weren't exactly all too confident with the force buy either. It'll cost them.
KENSI getting in deep, trying to find an early frag, but nothing quite cropping up. Double nade at the T stairs. Oh, does get a kill, and there's a third to net a second. Lovely stuff. Eco round here, but making it clean, it's a pretty nice feeling. It is a pretty nice feeling. You know, it's good for the game itself, but I think it also just increases your confidence a little bit, particularly, again, on a map that you're maybe not working on as actively.
Be dropped, and that'll be that. Nice and easy, nice and simple. 0 casualties for Aurora. That's basically all that we sort of care about. So 3-1 in the scoreline. As Metizport come back into a bye, it does require a double Galil, however, just to try and have a little bit of that full belt of util. So at the very least, that could maybe be a difference maker. Again, Lackey, Deko, not exactly a fullish buy for them. The MP9 and Galil out themselves. Boost. In through Shaw. It's a quad stack early through A. Very risky because, you know, if Norvi falls early, I just feel like they're in a bit of jeopardy.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, again, it is early doors, but the energy's lacking a little bit. And I think they might have had a fair bit of it sapped out of them on the previous map, just the way that this is unfolding thus far. T-side of Inferno can be hard to get rolling. Maybe we're seeing that a bit here. And it's interesting, man. It's interesting, you know, you see this sort of level of game coming into a qualifier like this. Have to just focus on your own game. And if that is not up to par, it can be very, very difficult to read into your opponents, to know how to anti-strat them. And Aurora in particular, hard one to read. You can see they're also a little uncomfortable. Norvi goes a bit earlier than needed there. Blinded up by the flash. Could have ended the round there and then. Nilo picking up Resalt. Relatively big find to get this retake going. Remove one of the prongs. The CT side. A lot of utility raining on in here from the T's to keep them at bay as well. Oh, nice find onto Adam B. He was in for the information, though, I would argue. Not a lot of time left on this bomb. It's that second one from Lackey that's going to really do the damage. Jaquinho has to go huge. Not going to happen for him. Nilo doesn't have the HP. And just about Aurora are able to make it work.
Man, so close as well, but I think the one thing that maybe cost Metizport there a little bit, maybe a slight oversight, is how actually early they threw that Molotov in towards Coffins. There was already a smoke up, so they probably could have waited 2, 3, 4 more seconds. I would have put more time, pressure on towards the likes of Aurora, where they would have had to either swing for a molly or reposition it through CT, but it's very easy for us to say that with the benefit of hindsight. 4-1, Aurora, really nice retake. Good on them for attempting it as well. With how Inferno currently plays as well. Retakes, especially when they're kind of numbers equal retakes, are not actually all that common. What it does to them, gives them a lot of confidence. 4-1 on the scoreline. Metizport. Yes, a bomb plant. The last player's going to squeeze out a buy, but they're not exactly feeling all too comfortable right now. This could be the start of a bit of a dire half.
Possible. It is very, very possible. Gonna need to show us a little bit of something, aren't they? Nice ball. Rolling in a bit slower. They've really banked on the banana control here. No kills off the back of it, and ultimately not going to send it down B either.
So where to? What is the play here? Metizport again. Ticking down the clock. Quite considerably. 35 seconds. They're going back towards A. And a big rotate coming through. Norby's flanked all through B. He just held W. Oh no, now they've got to go. They have to go now. Even doubling back towards the B side, they have no information about whether there's another one flanking. So they basically are forced to commit towards A here.
Yeah, not great. However, I do like the fact that they're holding off just a little bit, just to give the idea, the illusion that they might be moving back. But you can see they rush in, not able to check all the angles, and it is not pretty at all. Deko out with the quick trade. Not great at all. 5-1. As Aurora starting to really roll through them then.
Yeah, this is now starting to look considerably easier than that first kind of map. I mean, you already saw where the tail end of that map wasn't exactly great for Metizport. Their T sides were very much kind of, it just felt like they were overthinking the process quite considerably. It doesn't feel like that situation sort of rectified itself in towards their map pick. Inferno, at the moment, it's not looking all that great. Timeout called. They don't really have enough in the back pockets to squeeze out a full buy here. They can maybe go for a little bit of a Mac 10 sort of Tech 9 buy, which is what they're going to go for. Upgraded pistols, stick around the 2K mark. It should still be relatively simple for Aurora to lock in a 6-1 scoreline. They can do that as well. That's already starting to get quite alarming. This is what we say, picking into maps like Inferno and Mirage inherently are just such a risk.
Yeah, it's nice to have. It's nice to have in the back pocket. It sort of comes and goes within the meta of how strong it can be. Ooh, okay, hold the phone, because we've got something a bit fiery happening here. Resalt going to hear all these footsteps. So knows where they're going. Just try and give them the control. Walking into each other in the smoke, but very close to the pillar. And also getting around each other is the big thing. Norby, though, onto his NTR. I mean, I like this. However, a little bit savvy. Fair play to be like, oh, where's this other guy? Could be in the apartments. We've not cleared that. Lackey going to go down. Metizport. Looking good here. Might even force a save. Wow, they definitely will now. No chance that Norby's going to be able to get anything done by himself.
Does he stick around for the fight is the question. It's a rough round to lose if you're Aurora, but honestly, these sort of rounds have been quite common. You've seen them happen time and time again. closing out the map. We saw it happen earlier. Aurora's force bite, and now Metizport. That's what we want to see. We want to see, you know, more of this on the gun rounds. Exit kills coming through. Only gets one. At the tail end, Nilo will see it off. Better from Metizport. They just have conviction out of spawn. That's what we want to see. A call on a spawn side. We're going to try and hit A quick here. We're going to pop our way in and just find fights. Rely on our mechanics. The mechanics of this Metizport side are so good. These guys get active. When individuals like Nilo, Sus, Adam B, when they come online, it's so difficult to stop. That's what we want to see. Yeah, man. Aurora. Caught a little bit off guard.
But we'll see. They've still got plenty of time to bounce back here. I love this angle from KENSI. What is this, man? So wild. I think they were kind of ready for someone to be in and around that second mid area. Man advantage coming in. The push through window from Result. Doesn't find an awful lot. Meanwhile, in the apartments, deep position from Nilo. So it is all over the place right now. Again, very hard to predict. Aurora actually banking on A, and it would be the wrong gamble. It would be the wrong gamble. They're slowly making their way towards B. So still time for the Aurora players to rotate back over if they become smart, but I don't think they're quite going to figure it out fast enough.
Away. Give the side for free. There is Norvi sticking around, but I'm assuming this is probably going to be a little bit of a half-assed attempt, realistically speaking. If he gets a kill through the smoke, maybe they give it a go, but I don't think they're really going to commit all too much to this.
Yeah, I feel like that's smart. They don't have a lot of cash, so they do need these weapons to survive if they're to buy into the next. Again, the lead is still pretty comfortable. But we'll see. Nilo slowly down the banana area, looking to hunt things in. Might be able to catch a player or two. Nothing quite presenting. They're now going to know about him as he makes steps. Well, this could get kind of dangerous. Deko not moving at all, though. Oh, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. I was going to say, you know, CS player is absolutely hungry for the frags, and he'll take one away with him and manage to survive. So there you go. That works.
Yeah, it actually worked out successfully when it felt like it probably wouldn't have. Just even if he jumped up to getting traded there, probably wouldn't have helped Aurora at all. Their money's not exactly great or built up. But, I mean, when it comes down to it. 5-3, still a little bit more we need to see out of Metizport before we're confident, but at the very least, open the door to a conversation. Get though. I think in Aurora, I want to see them go back into being quite aggro, taking all of early fights. This could work. That Molotov could tick on towards ZTI. He's forced back.
Nice find from Lackey. A little bit of support from Norvi to make sure that they can make it out of here alive as well. Aurora answering back solidly once the guns have come out cleanly again. They will have themselves a winning situation. A really heavy B bolster as well. Again, Metizport back foot. You know, they've done well, though. They have done well. Few rounds in a row. Close that gap a little bit. Could still get this one over the line. Could still bring it close. Get that bomb plant there. Deko's got the right idea. Just can't quite find the line of sight. Result, meanwhile, splitting the difference here. Oh, he spots a heal. And it's the bomb as well. That may well have come up on the minimap, I think, and should confirm that they're headed towards A at the very least. Decent nade. 2 smokes out in towards the archway. It does not deter KENSI. Nilo and Jaquinho, the only 2 remaining now. Jaquinho 1 bullet from death, and Nilo all of a sudden is dead. There goes the round, and Aurora keeping their lead.
Couple of real mistakes there. I mean, even that, you know, double smoking archers there, that's just bad comms. Nobody's really communicating effectively, because that second smoke would have really helped them out. The smoke over in the motor library direction was fading. So you can already see the second they double smoke archers, they already start to think, oh, damn, well, that's it. We don't have a lurk smoke to plant on towards A, or another smoke to go in towards library. So they just kind of get stuck in the mud. Aurora punish very, very effectively. course, KENSI swinging and finding one through said smoke also helps as well. Lucky playing up close, Norvi in support. Aurora. And Arna's been a real point of contention for them. Great nade as well to a lot of damage.
Not able to get a kill off the back of it, but once again, it is a great start for Aurora. One that they can't necessarily confirm just yet, but still, we know that it's good. We know that the formula continues to work for this CC side. Try and follow the players down. Not finding anything, but some decent banana control coming round for Aurora. Again, Metizport going to be corralled towards A. Yeah, it goes back down. They're thinking about B, though, aren't they? They are thinking about it. I don't know, fellas. It's not as easy as you might think, this setup. Simple, but super effective. Oh, got to press spacebar to jump. There we go.
I've been there, been there.
It's kind of the mouse wheel. You know what? Like mouse wheel combat movement, mouse wheel easier. When you got to think about it, spacebar easier. Lucky, up close. Oh, double kill. Trying to get a bit more, but does not happen for him. Metizport have done well to keep things even. Not over just yet, though.
3v3. They're low on the cross in. That's the bomb going down. They've surely got to give this retake a go now. Inferno notorious how difficult it is to retake sites. Surely you've got to try and give it an attempt, but KENSI fluffs his lines. It's back into the 2 versus 2.
That is absolutely mental from KENSI, I've got to say. Trying to push through there, you know, your 3v2, you've been gifted a frag. It could make all the difference now, or will it? Adam B, back of the site. Oh, no. Super, super low here, but they don't know that. USP is out from Result, but Adam B going to get it done on the AWP. 5 HP in a dream, 4 in total for him. And KENSI's cheeky little move costs them everything.
Got to be said as well. In that 1v1 there, when you're so low, the nerves to play posted in the open with an AWP, I've got to give you a lot of credit. It's worked so well. Of course, there are known quantity coming in where they're rotating through banana, but even still, all it would take is one bit of util, one pop shot anywhere on the body, and he's gone. Metizport made this a 2-round game. Aurora, they are forced into attack pause, to be perfectly honest, because they're forced to make a bit of a weird decision. What they're going to do, they are going to buy into this. My oh my, this is risky. Or dropped over, an MP9, double FAMAS and M4 picked up. So it goes without saying, a lot of the onus in this round specifically comes off the back of what the M4 of now KENSI can do, and the AWP of deko. KENSI had a pretty good game so far. deko, same for him. Understandably, they're the two that kind of wield the premium guns, but yeah, it's not easy. Not easy at all. The only thing is, will Metizport be expecting the buy? Because this is a pretty common position to then save for the last.
True. Very true. It is a difficult economy to predict. KENSI up top. Good positioning. Gonna find the fight as well. Absolutely wonderful stuff from him. Result. Creeping around. Is there an opportunity? Neo might just have seen him there and wins out the fight too. 4 versus 4. KENSI blinded up, finished off. However, the A-hold, it has been helped out here. They've rotated around quickly for it.
Double stacking. Up close, with MP9 and a FAMAS. It is a possibility. And Norvi playing the box angle too, but it won't matter. Rotating back. It's into the hands of deko. And deko's got to do God's work to isolate fights here. This is not going to be easy. Obviously, he'll know this in hindsight, but if he played close up here towards banana for the first shot and then fallen incrementally back further and further, he would have given himself a shot at isolating these fights. He'll drop a smoke. Just shy of 30 seconds. The onslaught about to come round, it feels.
Norvi going to go down. That's a big deal. That's over on... Oh, Nilo also going to get lucky. Yeah, over on A. Yeah, there's no need to go B now. Absolutely no need. So there you go. That's one way of doing it. Oh, it's a little tight on the plant, to be fair. But they do make it work. especially with nobody around. So yeah, Aurora's more aggressive buy, kind of backfiring a little bit. Deko in with a pretty good chance of surviving. They don't have loads of money. It's not like they've got a chance to build it up, but they really do want to get rid of this AWP.
Yeah, he's going to be hunted it on the tail end. It's the right call as well. Metizport, they can afford probably one more casualty where it's not going to be the end of the world. Aurora, they're already in a, financially quite a troublesome spot. Nilo doesn't seem to want to face, and they actually are going to give Deko his respects, which I can respect in all fairness. I don't think you want to be taking those fights every single day of the week against that sort of a player. So 6-5, very good chance of Metizport to tie up the half before half-time. There just is so little to work with Aurora here. An AWP, an M4, and just upgraded pistols around it. It's not going to be easy. We've always been kind of saying they've converted these before. They've made these sort of rounds work, but they are few and far between. Let's see. Deko's got to pull off something magical.
Okay, lucky. Maybe should have come away with a bit more from there. They didn't get him either. Oh man, just a few rough moments for Aurora in recent memory. Good nade onto ZTR though, so still a decent chance here. KENSI creeping forward to the Deagle. Norby backing in. They get a bit of a catch. Deagle unable to get anything done. Still a body to get through. Deko out here with the AWP. His teammate Resalt making it a bit more interesting. Cutting off the backside. Deko finds a frag. Sticking around here. It's not quite know where to go now that that AWP's almost come down. But he's looking to play close. Too close though. ZTR takes him out. Leaving it all onto Resalt.
That's going to hurt. It's not going to be easy. At the very least has an AK-47. 1v2. ZTR's low, but he's a known quantity. They would have heard that. They would have heard the steps. Jaquinio! Oh my god, he's made a noise! But Result doesn't react, and that'll be a 6-6 half. We're going to throw it onto a break when we are back. Second half underway.
Hold on to you, hold on. Hope you feel the same way too. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. It never felt so right with you. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. Hope you feel the same way too. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. It never felt so right with you. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. Hope you feel the same way too. I'm gonna hold on to you.
Oh, hello there. Welcome back in. We are just waiting for the game to get ready, I believe, here. So hopefully not going to be too much longer on it. Again, I guess, you know, players at the halftime just taking a little bit longer than expected, but it gives us a little bit of a chance. Yeah, I know, exactly. Come on, guys. We're already in the server, but yeah, these series, they go on a bit long. Sometimes you have human tech issues, right, where you got to go to the bathroom, that sort of thing, and it's kind of dinner time on the I don't know what do you want me to say. either way, we are, you know, just prepping, just getting ready for that second half to get underway. Indeed, as I think this one has proved to be a bit more competitive than we were expecting. You know, Metizport, T-side, sure, it can be a little bit tough there, but it felt like for a moment they were really, really going to struggle, actually.
Yeah.
Because Aurora started off so very well. We were like 5-2, I believe, at one point, and Aurora really let that lead slip.
Yeah, it really was quite uncomfortable at tail end from Aurora. On the CT side, no less. Metizport have given themselves a real chance. But at 6-all at the end of the half, I mean, it still is absolutely anybody's game. One solo anchor towards B. ZTR got to lead by example, and this guy is in for a world of trouble. Do you even fight here? Do you even show any presence? He does take a tap through, but he isn't going to overfight. That's a sight. That's a bomb plant to come through in just a second. And that is a very easy post plant set up. There's a big flank on.
Yeah, this is pretty huge now. That smoke goes down, however, and I don't know, doesn't feel too good. ZTR going to get finished off. Oh, lucky! Triple kill for him in total. Jaquinho, all that remains, going to try and battle for his survival here. Takes a couple of heads with him into the grave, but no chance at the round. Aurora answering back massively there. You know, we talked about how difficult it was for them to drop the lead that they had. That's a great way to start from a clean slate.
Exactly that. Aurora, a great way to come in towards the second half. It's a very, very simple pistol round. Let's not beat around the bush here. Metizport went for a quad stack towards A. It's a gamble, and they gambled wrong. High risk, high reward, and the risk did not pay off. Now they're going to gamble stack towards B. And this sort of round, Aurora don't really need to overcommit to any sort of fights. They know the buy will be minimal for Metizport. They're probably expecting some level of a stack. It's just where. That's why they're using all the util in the arsenal. Try and get some information. The only worrying thing is they are running in towards what could be, there it is, the pyramid stack. Smoke comes down, and Lackey can just hold for rotations.
Oh, tagged out, big style. Yeah, surely gets finished off. He doesn't even find one on his way out, so gets a bit weird. And he will try and recover that second weapon as well. Nilo gone back for it. Now, technically speaking, it's 4v2 on the A bomb site, so you know this is not out of the realms of possibility. But I think these two players with weapons are just going to hold on to them. Unfortunately, we're not going to have that exciting 4v2 charging towards A. Panic stations. And Deco's got perfect time in here for the UMP. That pays for itself in the end. But yeah, the weapon should get saved across.
Yeah.
Particularly this Galil. Just a bit unfortunate. I don't think they knew how good they had it there.
Yeah, for a moment, I actually feel a little worrying. Mac 10 might get a bit of action at the tail end, but Deco will delete. No chance there for Nilo. 8-6. Aurora starting off this second half well, giving themselves a room to work with at the very least. There's a full buy back out for Metizport against what is kind of essentially a bonus buy for Aurora. So they've got kind of plenty of funds left over. They're not exactly overcommitted in the investments here. Yeah, we'll see. Metizport side, this feels like a must-win CT side round, however. And into a default setup, 3 through A, 2 through B. A lot of util early, try and fight for it. Not a bit effective at the moment, but they're very least shown present.
Just conventional utility thus far. really important round here again, and particularly for Metizport. You know, you want to win this map. You obviously want to stay alive in the series and make sure you don't get knocked down into the lower bracket super early on. However, they are familiar with it. We love mentioning that one qualifier that they did very, very well in for Dallas. Norby. Let's go down quite quickly. I was expecting him to come away with that sus being tracked. Stays alive, though. Does a lot of damage in the interim. 4 versus 4 bomb will get planted in just a moment here. So noting since the major, a lot more teams like that back of the fountain plant rather than the old coffin plant. Either way, see whether they can make this work. Susp gonna eat a nade. Are they calling it off? I think they are. The lack of the kit. Yeah, really does decide it for them, and just so hard to retake on in general if you can't get in there quickly.
It does happen. It does happen. Aurora, good work though. Only the one casualty too. As long as KENSI gets far enough away from the radius, he should be absolutely fine to save. And Aurora is starting to build up quite a bit of a repertoire here on the seaside. Already up to 9 is not bad. Deko of UMP as well. I don't really hate this. Looking for a fight here. Why not? Gets a dink. Oh my god. Thankfully not a repeat coming in. Aurora 3 rounds ahead now. And it's thankfully for Metizport by saving as well and by kind of nature of the loss bonus, they can reinvest back in. They're just surviving right now is basically all we've got to work with. Finest of margins, the smallest things here. They are just about staying alive and kicking. Lucky gets knifed. You hate to see it, but Aurora, generally speaking, so far this half, you love to see it.
Norby, big nade damage onto him. Not the ideal way to kick this one off. Metizport absolutely need it. It is really starting to get away now. The gap grows and grows and grows and grows. So with damage like that, you feel like they should be in with a pretty good chance of at least opening this round up in their favor. Aurora then have their work dealt. And what are they going to do to nullify the fact that Norby is left incredibly low? He's hanging around towards the back. More damage onto Lackey, though, and yet to do any to Metizport.
Gonna at least push through that smoke. Low close left. Has support from the boiler as well. Lackey can find one. Oh my god, what is that? That's so chaotic from Aurora. 3 of them flying into towards fight, and it sort of works.
Just about. On a knife edge for sure. Eugenio, though, goes digging in for a little bit of information, trying to catch them off at middle, perhaps, and doesn't work for him. Susp, meanwhile, reveals himself on B, so they will bail. They will go, nah, I don't fancy that. And he could definitely get this done. 1 versus 3 in total for him. Already found the first, got the read that it's an A play. Will be smoked off. For now. Does he know how low they are? I mean, there might be decent information in. The damage has been done. Maybe half HP. He tries to get cheeky with it. And it doesn't work for him.
This game starting to get out of hand. Metizport kind of peering dangerously now towards that lower bracket. It's never where you want to find yourself in kind of the opening procession. We did see them at the IEM quals make a very good run to the lower bracket, all the way to the lower bracket finals. Which unfortunately they weren't able to win out, but to have to put that pressure on you to try and activate is not where you want to be. You want to be coming out the gates flying, kind of the way Aurora are right now. Norby, look at the control he's got immediately. So much util damage. Early fight is taken, and ZTR will trade, but only just.
Only just indeed. Molotov going round. ZTR gonna look for a bit more. It was all a trade set up for Nilo. 3 versus 3, certainly not perfect, but it does scare them off towards A, which maybe was part of the master plan into this AWP in particular. Not going to be easy to stop. He's unsure of where to look at, but it would indeed be the main entrance. Keep trained on it. They'll come round eventually, and there's the first. How do you deal with this man now? Clearly not a lot that can be done. His back covered. Nilo in with the banana push. will keep Metizport in the running.
Oh, well, at the very least, for the first time in a hell of a long time, we get to sit here comfortably. That's the first round that Metizport taken on this CT side. And it's not even one of those kind of conversations of where we can sit here and say, oh, it's been, you know, a long time coming, because it really hasn't felt like it. At the very least, this could kickstart some confidence, some momentum to speak of. They need to snowball. It goes without saying. Aurora, no issues reinvesting back in. Long term, yes, but for number 18, no problem at all. Norby, looks like he's tempted to go to the smoke here as well. Might pop flash himself in. Sauce setting up a Molotov on towards the corner where Norby stands. If he drops it now, they probably get a hell of a lot to work with. Nade comes through. Jaquinho chunks down by it.
Ooh, an attempt was made. I don't know how close he was. It was all so fast. Just will keep control for now. No, that Molotov surely going to spread to him. Surely going to spread to him. Oh my goodness. They're still going to know that he's here. He's just shot off a bullet. KENSI trades it back, but the fact that he's 9 HP, able to get another one is ridiculous. Lurker dealt with. Metizport keep their lead alive here. Keep the chances of closing this game. Very cheeky indeed. Ooh. Nearly 2 for him, not quite. Warp out for KENSI, another clutch on the cards. Mr. Adam in that first half. Maybe he can emulate a little bit of that on this very same bomb site. Plant is easy. Clutch, not so much. Gets aggressive. Knows there's at least one, but he's unsure of where the second is at. Coming towards me or not. They've heard him moving in to the church area. Just survives the nade. Just survives the Molotov. Defuse coming in. I mean, what can he do about this? He's way too slow. And just has to hope that they were on a fake out. Not the case. And they lose the round, but keep the AWP.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the main thing as well being just keep hold of what you've got. Just make sure that AWP ticks over in towards the next. But yeah, I think when they go for that quite scrappy play, up through Banana, they don't trade out the guy into a sandbag. He's so low at 9 HP and he still manages to get away with a kill. Never should happen. Metizport, 2 for 2. Good to see. Still. EK. Up in the corner, deko had an opportunity. Jaquinho maybe ever so slightly overextends there, but he does not catch him off guard.
Bit of a faster round coming out from Aurora, it has to be said, at least in terms of, you know, getting the control. It's not a straight up rush. I'm not sure that we'll see many of those on this map and from this team. Being kept at bay, however, 4 members of the Metizport team. A lot of nadage to keep them back. Deko, oh, first to find a frag onto Nilo, in fact, and now maybe the options open up. They seem to be savvy. I think they're saying, yo, that's a lot of utility coming round. Might be an extra guy here. Maybe we should just prod and poke towards B before we really dedicate.
Tech9s can still be scary, especially considering Susp is alone. He's so scared of a flanker as well. He's so scared of a rat through CT. As his smoke dissipates as well, I'm going to say he could be in trouble, but he's got another one in the back pocket. That'll at least give him something. No util for Aurora. They're going to take fights dry. They basically have to just try and hope they can overwhelm. Deko alone with an AWP. Oh my god, what is he doing? Making so much noise here. Waiting your fall to Jaquinho, but what is going on? I don't think he's baited anything out.
It's kind of working. The rotations are not moving, I guess. Usp wasn't ready for them to be that close. You know, I think he was ready for something towards B with no other noise being heard. And yeah, it's kind of enough. The lack of info, the speed at which they're able to take control of that B bomb site. It works in its own little way. You know, I think there was a lot of moving parts there. It needed a lot to happen. There's an argument to be made that if Susp just like hid at the back of the site and they sort of like walked in, he might have been able to cancel a plan or find 2 kills, make the retake doable. But it's just unfortunate that he plays by the conventional standards and they catch him doing that.
That'll be that. Sorry. Sad to see for Metizport, but good to see for Aurora, making rounds out of nothing. these sort of diamond in the rough moments that they've been having consistently across the series have really been adding a lot of value. 11-8, 3 rounds ahead, 2 rounds away, and closing, barreling down towards a 2-0 in the series. And moving on forward here in the qualifiers is really, really good to see. So far as well as other games being played out with Apex 1 round away from 2-0ing Bait. And IP are into map 3 against Monty. And Blessed took map number 1 off Game Elite. So it's all look very spicy across the qualifiers. Could be a couple of upsets as well heading into round 2.
Okay, Novi. Just being a bit silly now, aren't we? Aurora, very, very confident. Adam B will pick up a player in the long hauls. 4v4. A very quiet 4v4. Slow retreat back towards B. Again, it would be somewhat of a correct call. Jaquinho is sat over here by himself. The orbs look pretty good for him this game, I have to say. Sometimes Jaquinho, he can disappoint. But he looks good here. And right in the nick of time, he will prove my point. Lovely find. Smoke goes down. Time for the rotation.
Yeah. We already see as well. He's getting the support from Nilo coming over. But they've dropped the lurk smoke of their own. Jaquinho's got the right idea. Right idea. Gets a leg though. That's not going to help. Now he's in a hell of a lot of trouble. Nade's coming down. He is surely not long for the world. We'll get one more before he falls. That's something to work with in a 2 versus 2. But a safe plant behind the pillar. Now, onto this retake. What have Metizport got left in the locker? Because this feels like it's for the game.
Certainly does. 2 of them coming in from coffins, though, may well be unexpected. But then 2 towards the dark area may well be unexpected. Oh, the AWP on the cross. He gets a little lucky that Molotov came out. He may well have kept on walking without even checking it. ZTR, next one in. Picks up one, not ready for the second. And it all works out beautifully for Aurora. Oh, my goodness. They look absolutely fantastic here today. Metizport, especially on Inferno, really have not shown up.
Yeah. It's a great little play there as well. You know, in that 1v2, they have no real idea about kind of where the retake is coming from. Are they going to go double up in banana, double up CT, or split, right? So going for a double dark setup is so good because you're just never expecting that second guy who's tucked. Actually, one of them is cannon fodder, is bait, and it works beautifully. They broken. KENSI finds one. At the very least, Nilo trades, but he isn't exactly coming away scot-free. Does get tagged down relatively low.
ZTR up close to the action, looking to get aggressive through the smoke. Only one presenting itself for him, but they're able to obtain an advantage here. And ready for him, but he's got to swap across. However, the spam from Nilo keeps him alive, and the P2K to finish it off and keep Metizport in the game. 3 more of those would be lovely. They might get 1 more as Aurora are out of cash.
Yeah, and you know, in that situation, Aurora, they lose the initial battle to the MP9 getting a double kill. The decision to then just full send it through smokes again feels so questionable. They had no information, no idea, and no util to kind of really help themselves. I know pop flashes that were effective. They dropped one in towards CT, but it doesn't do anything. You know, it's such a weird decision. I'm going to go for a full buy, though. This, again, inherently is risky, but they closed out map number 1 with these sort of a buy. So you can never really count out Aurora. They somehow make something out of nothing, time and time again. Tech 9s in through apartments, nothing offering up for them as well. That Galil of Wrestle got to try and do some magic if it can.
If it can. These are the types of rounds, though, aren't they? Metizport really going to have themselves tested. Jaquinho, while blind, still manages to nick one through the smoke. Oh, however, Mac 10 closing down short. Adam B staying alive and standing strong. It looks good. It's just going to be deko. 2 quick kills. Clean headshot there. Trying to bait out a peek here, but it's not going to happen. Now he's backing off in towards pit. He wants himself a gun. Feels confident, but maybe not on the deagle. Still, you sort of walked yourself into a corner here.
Yeah.
A little bit of an interesting decision, and the longer he sticks around, the worse it gets. Now he doesn't really have the information. Out towards long. Yeah, they will catch him off. So, I don't know. I think you got to stick on the deagle there, get the plan, reset the game, force them to come to you. But he tried something a bit different. Didn't quite work.
The only way in which that sort of a play would work is if he goes in towards pit and then just doesn't show any presence for like 30 seconds, basically. He had 55 seconds when he taps the bomb. The only way that works, if you tap the bomb, sneak over towards pit, pick up the gun, and then just do not peek, make any noise or anything for 30 plus seconds, then just because of the gaps, there's a real world in which you could have actually gone up through apartments, wrapped all the way towards B, and it might force them into a rotate, or at least to split and play a 1-1 so you can isolate fights. But again, it's one of those situations where it's very easy for us to say with the benefit of hindsight. He had no idea where they were coming from. He had no clue what he was up against. And they have given Metizport a chance now. It's just a low buy, a complete, well, more or less no buy. PG50s to try and find something. Tequila for the first. Repeat killing, finding a second. And it's a massacre out towards long. That round was nothing, just a throwaway. Round number 24. Now, the question is, Metizport, do you have overtime in the locker?
The $1 million question, sir. We'll see. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a tough one. Aurora opting not to take any time. That's one of the things here. Two teams just going with the flow. A lot of utility here for Metizport. Absolutely no issue in that factor. Nade goes in. Doesn't land. Doesn't do the damage. Adam B pushing down. Big kill for Result. Video, however, trades back onto Norby. But a double spray down presents for KENSI. And it takes him a while, but he will get them both. 4 versus 2.
That's it, right? It's got to be, surely. 4 versus 2. Retaking on this. Yes, they've got a full belt to util of your Metizport. Bomb goes down. It's going to put a timer above your head. NTR and Sauce, what have you got? Well, there's a first through the smoke.
Smoke going down. Actually, a little unorthodox. Result, however, finds one through the smoke. A big shame. But we'll see. Susp, 3 to find in total. Trying to change up the angles. Not got a lot of time to play with. They're on top of each other. Oh, and he's lost track of this last player and swaps across. A little bit of nerves getting to him. Maybe 13-11 in for Aurora and a 2-0 in total. 2 incredibly close maps for Metizport, but just did not have that extra gear here today.
Yeah, and it has to be said, you know, those moments where I think Metizport, they'll look back at that series and say, you know, these are the hiccups, these are the mistakes that cost us. I think Aurora...